Back to the stream. I have forgotten to unhost. I have remembered to unhost. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. My name is CaptDaf, and I am continuing the live recap edition of Changeling the Streaming from last week, day 28, otherwise known as Risk, as Johnny's naming all of his Changeling the Streaming episodes after games of some sort, either game systems or board games or card games or some form of game. It seems to be pretty open slather. Today, my microphone is plugged in. Earlier today, this morning, for me, sort of, we rewatched the episode and I took notes, and it came out to be about a minute 20 worth of notes, which is good for 3 hours of work. And now I'm going to record those notes and then fix up some audio editing to be the word I am looking for, to be the recap that the guys will play at the start of the episode this weekend. Okay, so let's do that. What do I need? What don't I need? I don't need the rest of Changeling the Streaming, so I can put that away. I forgot to do the thing. Okay, so if I go to here, then we're still at the notes. Okay, I don't need that anymore. I have the notes, and I'm going to need Audacity. So let me open Audacity. And I'm going to need my headphones, which I haven't plugged in yet. So I'm probably going to need to close Audacity to get my headphones to work properly. Where's my cursor? Let me close Audacity and then relaunch it. I know it has issues if I don't have my headphones plugged in and my microphone plugged in when they happen. So here's Audacity. It's the window capture it does. It doesn't capture the title bar or the menu bar, which means it doesn't capture any of the menus or any of the in fact sub menus. So I'm here in the sub menus. You can't see them. They only show up if I do a window capture, which I don't. This isn't a how-to about. Put this down to 0.7. And that should be at 0.5. And that should be at 1. This isn't a how-to, so you don't need to see all the menus and stuff like that. You just really need to see what's going. Alright. Where am I? Yeah, well, I don't need that anymore. And, well, I don't need that really. Okay. So, the first thing I need to do in words I'm looking for, the first thing I need to do is oh god damn, my brain is not functioning today. Record just 30 seconds of nothing so that I have a background noise sort of level because I'll need that for the audio editing later. So, I'm just going to move my microphone in a bit so it's closer to where I'm going to want it when I'm doing the recording. All right, and go. And stop. Okay. And like that. And like that. All right. So this is a pretty basic. You could see the meter here. You can see the meter go up and down a little bit. Just from background noise and trucks going past and stuff like that. So this background noise, I just take out of the track and just clean it up a little bit while after I've done the recording. All right, now, where are my notes? Here are my notes. All right, I've got my notes there on my screen. Oh, it's okay. The notes I've got, here they are. They go all the way to the end of the page and then they keep going. I don't like having to scroll the mouse because it makes noise. But this here is the last line of the actual recap itself. After that are the 3 questions. I fit this. Oh, I can fit that there. Okay, good. This line was a little bit longer, so it was on 2 lines, but it now fits on 1 line. Promised not to hurt Cassandra. Promised to not hurt Cassandra. Promised. I sort of want to say promised here instead of promise. Because they've shrunk. I don't want to change tenses. They shrunk Scythe down in the previous episode, which I forgot to note. And by they I mean the freeholders, but I don't want to take a lot of time here. I'm assuming that everyone knows who I'm talking about here. I guess if you were just reading it, you would think that by they, I'm talking about Abford Farmer. Oh wow, yeah, it does read like it's Abford Farmer have shrunk Scythe down. It's not though. But Soul Search, welcome back. It's well, that's okay then. Oh, that's all right then. As long as you don't have anything on tomorrow that I'm going to interfere with. Okay. And promised not to hurt Cassandra. Yeah, I can deal with that. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. They've shrunk Scythe down, or they've shrunk down Scythe. Well, they've shrunk Scythe. They've shrunk Scythe down. Shrunken down is a little bit toward a bit of a tautology. I mean, you don't shrink anyone up, but yeah. All right, we'll see how it goes. Could really use some apple juice, but you know, shit's expensive, yo. Okay. Oh. Wait, I'm going to stop. I'm going to completely get rid of this. This is the noise track. And I'm going to mute the noise track, which I forgot to do. I noticed the volume playback level showing tautology. Tautology is when you're using 2 words to mean the same thing unnecessarily. So if you're shrinking something, then you're making it smaller. So you don't really need to say to shrink something down because you can't shrink anything in a different direction. It shrinks down. So it's yeah. So that's a tautology. Soul Search, it's fine, really. It's all good. Okay. Right, go. I'll just wait for this very annoying traffic to go past. Okay. Redundant, yes. Okay. Last time on Changeling. We're in the morgue at Abford Pharma. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Claude meets them out back as they float down 3 stories. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells them of a capture by a male of about human height. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells them of a capture by... Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells them of her capture by a male of about human height. Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings this to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage. Braum reunites Little One with Scythe, who thanks them for looking after her. I'm not getting anything in. Okay. Okay, yep. I'm not seeing anything here at all. It took me over a minute to realize that there's nothing coming in. Very little is coming in because Audacity is using the wrong microphone. All right, so I'm just going to start all over again from the beginning. This is a valuable lesson to pay attention. Okay. So I need to make a new noise track. I wouldn't really consider it tech issue, Soul Search. More just, yeah, it's a Dave issue. It happens. All right, mute. All right, let's try this again, shall we? Oh, can you hear me? Okay, I've plugged my headset in, which is why I'm okay. All right, let me hit play. And I'm not sure anything's... Let me stop. Let me just record a thing. Hello, I'm just testing to see if you can hear anything through the headphones. Hello, I'm just testing to see if you can hear anything through the headphones. Right, okay, excellent. So, even though I have my headphones plugged in, it's still coming out of the speakers. I fucking wish that, yeah, I have Windows set to headphones, but it's still coming out of the speakers. Hello, I'm just testing to see if you can hear anything through the headphones. Okay, now it's working. I just have to manually change it. One of the total bullshit things that Windows 10 did was separate the speakers and the headphones into separate devices. It is causing so much fucking annoying manual micromanagement for me. It was much, much better for me when, if you plug the headphones into the front jack, it just redirected the speaker output to the headphones. That's all I fucking needed it to do. Anyway, Now I've got to start my read again. Now I've got to wait for this truck to go past. That is not a truck. That is some fucking construction work going on. This is going to get annoying, isn't it? Oh, yeah, let me just hide the desktop audio. Well, that's weird. I'm hiding it, but it's still showing up. Oh, good. OBS has changed it so that when you hide an audio source from the scene, it doesn't hide in the mixer. Why would you do that, OBS? That was very useful. Why would you make it so it doesn't do that? Alright, well, anyway. That was a very loud handbrake. I'll see how things go. Okay. Last time on Changeling. Last time on Changeling. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells him of her capture by a male of about human height. Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage. Rom reunites Little One with Scythe, who thanks them for looking after her. Zista wants to destroy the rocket. They take it to the newly improved balefire room. The freeholders stand around the fire. Zista holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored. Train. Where was I up to? He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Zista knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife. Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair. Zista and Sophia check the other 9. One of them is Incisor's birth sister, but she doesn't know her. The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family. Insista muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. I am not sure how to pronounce raison d'etre. It's probably close enough. Is Kaylee still enchanted, or did she go back to her pack? What story did Talus give Zista to get him to build a replacement arm? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? And did they track down P. Diamond? Find out on Changeling. Find out on Changeling. Find out on Changeling. Now. 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 Ugh. It's okay, I guess. There are some terrible, terrible parts. Okay, that is the master track. Copy this entire track, add a new stereo track, paste it here, and call this one ReCapt-28. Alright, mute that. Unmute that. Select this, go into the effects noise reduction, and set this track as the noise profile, and then remute it. And then select this whole thing, go back into noise reduction, and apply the noise reduction to the ReCapt track. I know, Soul Search. I never know if it's going to come through or not, and so I always assume that it does. Okay. I'm going to need my headphones now. Oh. Okay. Last time on Changeling. Last time on Changeling. Last time on Changeling. Last time on Changeling. They were both fine. Oh wow, it doesn't stop until there. Okay, that's a little awkward. It's okay though. Normally I have more of a gap before I start speaking. I'm trying to find... Wow. I can hear some guitar going on at my place as well, in my building. Okay, delete all that. Last time on Changeling. Okay, I'm not picking up anything here. Oh, yes I am. Just at the start. Last time on... Okay, that seems to be fine. Am I coming through too loud now that I've moved the mic closer to me? Last time on Changeling. Okay. Okay, so I want about a second start there. Get rid of that. And that should start on a second. Last time on Changeling. Last time on Changeling. Yeah, okay, I like that one better. Okay, and so about there. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Skedaddle came through a lot more clearly on the second one. I can hear clicks and pops coming through on the track, which is me. It's not background noise. It's actually me. So that's just a thing. I'll need to clean up as we go. It's fine. Where's chat? Okay. Thank you, Solsearch. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. Yeah, there's a lot of little pops there. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. Oh, I hate it. Oh, it just feels... The track just feels so dirty. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe... Even that one. That one really offends me. I've stopped talking and it's still showing up. All right, see if you can hear it now, Soul Search. Do you hear that buzzing sound? It's a little click, 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 click. It's a very sort of medium to high pitched metallic sounding click. It's not metal, it's saliva popping inside my mouth. And it's not showing up on the track because it's too small to actually show up on the track, but here there's nothing. Now there's still a buzz there while I'm playing that looped. But just playing this through once. Wait, even just playing it through once. There's a lot coming up on the monitor here. Is this just the tail end? Okay, so that's the tail. Ooh. Right, well I might come back to that. But here there's nothing. And here there's a very slight buzz just while it's being looped over and over again. But playing it once, I'm not hearing anything at all. If I move it this way though, then there's a small metallic click in here. So I'm going to get rid of those 0.003 of a second that are annoying me. All right, the echo of it is still there, so I'm going to get rid of those 0.003 of a second. And yeah, that's fine. Well, yeah, so I mean, this is why it takes forever to do. This is why it takes so long, because I don't like turning in unprofessional work. Okay, now somewhere over here, there's another thing. There's sort of a shuff here as it's coming off the previous word, which is fine. I've got to wait for this train to go past because I can't hear anything over the train. But at the end of this shuff is a glut that I need to get rid of. That I would like to get rid of. That I need to get rid of. There it is. Now there's a plane going overhead. Alright, get rid of that. Sometimes it's hard to hear something over me, the sound of me pressing the spacebar. Okay. That's why audio editing is so expensive, Soul Search. It takes a lot of time. If I had, and because I'm doing this with Audacity, Audacity has what it calls a click removal tool, but it doesn't work very well. And especially not in the middle of voice. If I was using more professional software, it would probably be easier and faster for me to find it. But yeah. Okay, so let's listen to the whole thing. Actually, before I go any further, let me save the project because I've had instances before of Audacity just corrupting the data, and then I'll have to start everything over again, and that would suck. Okay. Last time on Changeling. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down. See? Much better. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. Okay, there's a blip here. Farmer. That I want to get rid of. Can you hear that click in the m? I want to get rid of that. That I should be able to get rid of. Okay, so we can't hear it here. But we can hear it here. But not here. So we delete this wavelength here. And then it's still slightly there, but I'm sort of cool with that. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. Okay, there's another metallic sort of pop in the middle of Cassandra. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not. And here as well. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised. In the middle of down. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. In the middle of down and Cassandra. All right, so that's where we're going to go looking next. So around about here. Yeah, probably don't need that. They've shrunk Scythe. They've shrunk Scythe. They've shrunk Scythe. Down and. Okay, so let's just get rid of this. At 19. Okay, let's just get rid of that and see what it sounds like without that. They've shrunk Scythe down and. They've shrunk Scythe down and. They've shrunk Scythe down and. Alright, there's still definitely. Okay, I'm glad that's gone. I'm not sure what it was doing. I didn't notice it the first time through, but I definitely saw it. Okay, so if we come back to here, putting the end between the two waves. This is the D. Down. I think I've just caught the tail end of it. Down. There's just that sort of a sound near the end of it. This. Down. Okay, so let me check back one. Down. All right, still there. Let me go back one further. Down. Now I can't hear it. Down. All right, so I want to delete everything from here to here. Delete. Okay, now let me check to see what that sounds like. Down. Okay, there's definitely a secondary tick. Down. Let me see whereabouts that might be. Down. Okay, it's definitely in here somewhere. Down. I said down and Cassandra. Down. Okay, still here. Down. Still here. Down. Still here. Down. Still here. down. Well, that's the same sound that I was getting before, which doesn't fill me with confidence that, oh, wrong way. Control scroll instead of shift scroll. Shift scroll is scroll left and right. Control scroll is zoom in and out. This is control scroll and this is shift scroll. Okay, so down, down, down. I'm still hearing where I was hearing it before, which makes me think that maybe the place that I got earlier. Down, down. Oh, hang on, no, hang on. Down, down. Well, that's gone too. Alright, so maybe it was two next to each other, which does happen. Playing one wave by itself is unlikely to give you a lot of information. Down, down. Only 0.01 of a second on average. Down. Alright, so I've expanded past that point. No more click. Down. Okay, I'll keep going a little bit in case there is a secondary one. Down. Having two next to each other it just happens sometimes. That's a thing you just need to watch out for when you're doing this. Down, down. Okay. From this section, if I hit the left arrow, it will jump to the front of it, and if I hit the right arrow, it will jump to the end. Down and promised. Down and promised. Okay, better. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. Okay, so it's near the end of Cassandra. Sandra. Okay, it's sounding a little bit rough at the start, but that's probably because I've picked it up right in the middle of the Sandra. That's better. Sandra. Coming off the tail of an S, you'll always hear sort of like a ting because you're not hearing the whole sound. If you try and pick it up at the end of an S, it'll always sound like there's something wrong there. But if you start further back, it comes through cleanly. Sandra. That's the thing I want to get rid of. Sandra. Not that. That. No. No. That click at the end. That might be it. Okay, so it's around here somewhere. I'm in the middle of a wave here, so it's interfering. I'm hearing a... Alright, let me try and figure out what the wavelength is here. So from here, this is the start of this wave. So from here, 122 to here, 129. So it's 0.007. And then, so the next one should be about 136. 136, 137, yeah, 0.08, that's fine. And then from the next one should be about 134 or 135. 145, yeah, sorry. And then 153. Okay. 10. And then 161 or maybe 160. 10. And then the next one should be about here. 169 plus 8. 10. So there's a slight coming in just the end of this one. Probably not. I mean, it has never really stopped. I mean, it has stopped me every now and then, but yeah, I mean, you should probably, if you're not going to eat it, you should at least put it back in the fridge. But it's going to be this next frame here that has the click in it. And sure enough, it is. Now I might need to get rid of both of these waves. I said frame instead of wave. I meant wave. I might need to get rid of both of these waves to get rid of the sound. But we'll see what it's like. Cassandra. That's it, just the one. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. Sweet. Control S to save. Last time on Changeling. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Now there's a blur in the middle of head for the roof. Where here is nice and clean. Head for the roof. I would like to be able to cut this bit and paste it in here and use the skedaddle out of here in with the head for the roof part. But I'd need to have set it exactly the same apart from just that weirdness, or at least in the same tone, or at least a close enough tone that it won't match. And I'm actually quite bad at doing that. Every time I say a line, it's a little bit different. Because I haven't been trained properly. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. So there's a couple of... Head for the roof. Head for the roof. There's a couple of blips there in a row. It might be easier for me to iron these out. Head. You can see these little dots here in the track. They are not the problem. Head for. Which means I can bring this up to here. Alright. So the first problem is this wave here at the end. Now, is the next problem in the following wave? Hard to tell. Definitely sounds like more than one there. Alright, well let's get rid of this wave to start with, and then we'll see what we have to go. And yeah, definitely in that second one. Oh, sorry, the third one, rather. Get rid of that. There is something there, but I'm concerned about deleting 3 waves in a row. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That really doesn't sound good. Alright, I'm going to delete that one. Which means I've deleted 1 wave, left a wave, deleted another one, deleted the 3rd, left the 4th, and deleted the 5th. That's fine. That is fine. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. That's fine. So I've managed to delete the 3 clicks out of there. Control S to save. Okay. Then also, I don't need that. And I want to bring that delete point up to as close as I can to the front of there. Okay. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. I can still hear that other click in there in wave 2 that I didn't delete. I can still hear it, but I know that it's there. With the music playing, it's unlikely that it's going to come through, and I can add the music in right now. Let me import the music. So I have to import audio and then into my music composed folder because it's music that I've composed myself. Well, at least arranged. A lot of them are covers. Okay, and I'm going to want the minute 16 recap theme. Okay, and then I bring that up to here, and I unmute it, and I go over, and I unmute it. And I want it to start around about here, so I go up to the tracks, and I align the track so it starts at the current selection. And I crank the gain down to about -18. Last time on Changeling. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. I can still hear it. I know exactly where it comes in, and I can still hear it. Is it not where I was looking? Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. No, it's in for the... Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Yeah, I can still hear it. I'm just going to have to let that go. I'm struggling so hard right now, but I'm going to need to let that go and move on. I cannot really do anything about that. I mean, I could, but I shouldn't. Okay, so I'm gonna mute the theme song again. Now this is probably all trash. I can barely hear anything at all. So I'm gonna delete everything up to here. See what the next line is. Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories. Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories. Oh, that is messy. That float is really dirty. Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories. Float. Terrible. Terrible. Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories. I don't have another read of it though. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells him of her capture by a male of about human height. That was fine. I'm pretty sure I recorded that 3 more times. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells him of her capture by a male of about human height. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells him of her capture by a male of about human height. Alright, let's... this is... Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Oh. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage. Braum reunites Little One with Scythe, who thanks them for looking after her. Oh, I only did 1 read of that. Okay, well good, because that was fine. Okay, good. Good, excellent. Sophia... Alright, let me delete everything up to around about here. Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko... Yeah, there's a click in here I need to get rid of. It's not either of these. I'm not sure if you can tell. So let me zoom in a little bit and move it out from under my face. There's 2 tiny little dots in this section. There's a dot here. And there's another dot here. Neither of these two dots are the click sound. The click sound is not showing up in the waveform at all. Alright. Okay, yeah, now I'm hearing an echo. That's fine. Okay. The timing here is all over the shop, but that's a thing for later.
Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells him of her capture by a male of about human height. Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage. Braum reunites Little One with Scythe, who thanks them for looking after her.
Okay.
Footage. Braum security footage. Braum.
There is a thing in here. Okay, I need to get rid of that too. Oh. Further left than I thought. Is this the end of footage? Better.
Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage. Braum reunites Little One with Scythe, who thanks them for looking after her.
Okay. Save. Nope.
The freeholders stand around the fire.
Nope.
Looking after her.
That's where I was up to.
Zista wants to destroy the rocket. They take it to the newly improved balefire room. They take it to the newly...
Okay, there's a click in here.
They take it to the newly
improved. Have I said newly improved or nearly improved? Can you tell the difference?
They take it to the newly improved balefire room.
At least I said newly improved, but it sounds a little bit ambiguous.
They take it to the newly improved... They take it to the new... They take it to the...
Right.
They take it to the...
They take it to the click.
They take it to the... They take it to the...
The click is in here somewhere.
To the...
Good to know. So from about here to about... Yeah, sure, here. That's actually not helping me. I want to make sure I've got it. Okay, I think I've got it. Let me back up then. Again, it's clicking way too early. Which is because I don't have the start set right. Or the end. This is frustrating. Okay, well, it's definitely not there. It's just sort of a weird background ting on it, if you know what I mean. Let me bring this all the way back here. There it is. That one. Okay. I'm just going to delete that. And hope that was it, because sometimes it's not it. Sometimes there's more. Oh ho ho! Oh, there's more. Okay. So was it a double? I'm still hearing it. Alright, and now I'm not. Okay, which means it's this one here as well. Let me zoom in and tidy this one up. And 0.07 seems legit for being all of it. Alright, so nothing there. Still nothing there. That's fine. Okay, I think I got it. Control S.
Zister wants to destroy the rocket. They take it to the newly improved balefire room.
Excellent. Okay. Thank goodness, everybody. That was annoying to find, but find it I did.
The freeholders stand around the fire. Zister holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark.
Okay, good.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Yeah.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored.
I like that one better.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored. Powering it have been restored. Powering it have been restored.
There's an annoying glut in the end of the second one.
Powering it have been restored. Powering it have been restored.
This is a much cleaner cut. I can probably, as JT would say, Frankenstein this. What I'm going to do is paste it into the noise track and do a bit of a copy paste. So what I want here is this track up into powering it. I'm going to select that and then unselect that so I can paste that in here at exactly the same point. Then I'm going to grab this and a bit of tail. And I'm going to paste this in here. And then what I want to do is I want to line up bit here with this bit here. But I don't want to do that. Okay, so from here, it's 137. I'm gonna make that 1 5. Alright, I'm going back the other way. 130. And then back up to 1 3. Alright, and cut. And join them. And just want to listen to this bit here.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored.
Sweet! That is exactly what I wanted to happen. There's no audible cut and paste between the two parts, and the tone of my reads for both of those is a match. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is select this whole section. It very Audacity very helpfully lines up with the start and finish of tracks, including the track that you're on or the track that you're not on. If I was selecting here, it would line up with the start of that one as well, just to make track start and end point selection easier. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to Control select this top track, which selects the same region. I'm going to Control unselect this track, and then I'm going to paste. And that should have pasted up here. Okay, so I'm going to solo this, and now it should play without the blur.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored.
Ding, ding, ding. All right, I'm going to delete all of this because I don't need it anymore. No, wrong way. That was Control, not Shift. And now I'm going to get rid of this first read because I don't need that anymore either. If I do absolutely need it, I have the master track down here. These two reads, I still have access to them. It's this one here and this one here. I just need to reapply the noise filter on the off chance that I need to go back for either of those old copies. But that is
the
pretty
freeholders
slim.
stand around the fire. Sister holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark.
So what I'm looking for here is to see where the tail finishes.
Dark.
Is around about
dark. Dark. Dark.
Around about here. So I'm going to want to cut out everything that's in the middle of that. No. See, when you're holding down Shift in Audacity and you're using the arrow keys to expand the region, Shift right arrow expands it to the right, but Shift left arrow expands the start to the left. It doesn't go back again. If you want to go back again, you've got to fucking do it manually. Okay, so let's hear what that sounds like. How much space is that between the two tracks? That is more than half a second. That's going to have to come down.
The freeholders stand around the fire. Sister holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored.
Okay, so have been restored. Let's see what... I think this is a train going past, so we're probably going to be able to delete all of this.
Train.
I cannot hear the train. I cannot hear the train at all.
Where was I up to? He tosses the spent...
I cannot hear the train at all. Not a single bit. But there it is. Alright, I'm just going to move the start in here. Just give myself a little bit more leeway. And I will delete up to the start of that as much as I can. I do like deleting up to the start of the next bit because that's normally just in the just leading into where I start talking is normally me breathing in, and I don't really want that on the track unless there's a dramatic reason for it.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Oh, I did it again.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Zister knows all 10 of them, one is Braum's ex-wife.
Okay, well, now I've got a third read, and let's see what I think about the third one versus the best parts of the first two.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
They're pretty much about the same. Let me see how long they are, because that's usually the tiebreaker. 5.2 seconds versus 4.8 seconds. 4.8 seconds, despite my very careful surgery, 4.8 seconds is going to win out over 5.2 seconds. Let me just make sure that there wasn't anything else separating these two reads.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Okay, so I lent on proof in the first one a bit much, and that's why it was a little slower.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who were powering it have been restored.
Or she wants.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Okay, I didn't fuck anything up or miss any lines, so I'm going to delete that carefully crafted first read to get the slightly shorter second read.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
There's another train going past, so I need to stop. I think there's a little something here on the end of it. I'm just going to make sure that there isn't, or make sure that there is, and then make sure that there isn't.
Proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
There's a little something in have.
Proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Honestly, it's so minor that finding it's going to be difficult, and it's again probably not going to be.
Proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Oh, I can still hear it with the music.
Proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Okay, now I need to get rid of it.
Proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been
This is annoying because the first one was clean, but the second one is a. The second one. I like the second read just a little bit better, and it's faster, which is not insignificant. There it is. This one here, yo. Now, is that here or here though? It's sort of hard to tell. I'll try that, and then we'll see how it sounds. Sounds like it checks out.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored.
Checks out. Control S, save.
Zister knows all 10 of them, one is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun. Oh, I'd love to throw in a dun dun dun. there, but I don't have time. Actually, I do. Just real quick. Okay, I'm just going to shift to append record onto the noise track, which is terrible, but dun dun dun. Okay, let's see how this goes. See, look at this. I should have recorded it onto a new track. This is all. Okay, let me copy this. Okay, I'm gonna copy, and then I'm gonna undo, and then I'm gonna paste. It works. All right. Dun dun dun. Okay, I can apply the same noise reduction that I had on earlier. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. All right, and I can get rid of that. Okay, I think there's a slight click in here as well, but it's not really surprising me. Dun dun dun. Oh yeah, there is. Dun dun dun. All right, where is it? Dun dun dun. It's so loud that it's hard for me to pinpoint the click. Oh shit, there's another one over here. I'm glad I checked. Ah. 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 Aha. Alright. Well, this is going to be annoying because it's in this little bit in the middle of nowhere. So it's this 0.001 second here. It's this 1 millisecond here causing the drama. I can try just deleting this bit, but it might not play out. Well, I mean, I probably need to delete that bit too, hey? What's the actual 0.09, 0.08, 824, 933, 1043, and then from here to here is 53. Wow, 57. Okay, where's 53? Here. As it degrades, it's not uncommon for the wavelength to get longer as the wave degrades. 53 to 62, because I already removed. I want that to go to here. If I delete this whole section, let's have a listen. Well, I'm not hearing a click. That's something. Dun dun dun. I'm still hearing a click in the middle, but I'm not hearing one. Dun. Well, now I'm hearing one out here. Fuck, there's another one. I keep hitting the Windows key instead of Control. Maybe I'm imagining it. I think I'm imagining it. Okay, it's fine. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Where's the tail? Dun dun dun. Oh. Dun dun dun. That's a noise. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
You know what would have been funnier? Like an ominous thunder crack. Now, after I've gone to all this trouble, an ominous thunder crack would have been funnier.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
Alright, that will probably do. So I'll remove everything from there to the end. Wrong modifier key again. I need to take this out. So I'm gonna start a new track. And I'm going to copy this into here and then just delete that, quite honestly. And this, I'm going to name this track Dun Dun Dun. And unmute it. And unmute this. Okay.
Ex-wife. Dun dun dun.
There's definitely a click here.
Dun.
Somewhere. Okay, I need to address that. If I'm even going to include this, I can reduce the gain on this now though, so it's not as loud.
Storm's ex-wife. Dun dun dun.
It's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, my sense of humor is not everyone's sense of humor. And I think maybe a thunderclap might be funnier as well. Ominous thunder. Okay. Okay, this might be what I'm looking for. Alright, let's have a listen. I really just wanted like one of those, not like all 12 of them. What else do we have? Okay, how about this one? Yeah, see, there we go. That's what I'm after. That was great. I mean, that's still a good 5 or 6 seconds. Which is that longer than dun dun dun? It sure is. My dun 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 is a second and a half.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
Alright, I need to address the click.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
There's definitely... Let me check the first one and see if there's anything here.
Dun dun dun.
I think there is. I think there's one right at the beginning. I'm gonna turn the gain back up.
Dun 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 dun.
Now I don't think there is one.
Dun dun.
Alright, that's fine.
Dun dun dun.
Nope, I still don't think there is one. Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Well, there's one there.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, this is the wave separation here. This is the part of the previous wave. This is the start of the next wave.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, yep. It's definitely in there somewhere. So I'll go back 1, 2 waves. You can use shift click to change the edge of a selection, and it will take it from the nearest edge. If you're accidentally, here it is. So here it swaps. So this is bringing it further back from the end, and this is bringing it further forward from the start.
Dun, dun.
Welcome back, Soul Search. No worries, I haven't been up to very much.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think it's still there.
Dun, dun.
I'm pretty sure it's still there. Okay. Let me go forward another 2. That's as zoomed in as I can do it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, let me try something else, and let me take it from this point. All right. Let me take it from this point towards the end and see if I can eliminate it.
Dun, dun.
All right, definitely not there. Okay. Might be easier to find this way.
Dun, dun.
All right, so not there. Okay, and then
Dun, dun.
okay, definitely there. All right, so it's either the first one here or the second one. So if we move, oh, that's gonna be tricky. Is that the join or is that the join? I'll try that one. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hard to tell. All right, what I'll try doing then is I'll try removing this wave, and then if the click's still there, I'll undo it and I'll remove the wave after it. And if it's not still there, then it's fine and we can move on.
Done.
Still there. Definitely still there. Okay. So instead, we'll remove this wave. No. No, this wave. Oh, well, I don't know. See how this goes here like this and like that. And this is the start of the wave. Or, yeah, it is. This is the start of the wave. Looks like this is where the click is coming from, though. This disruption in the wave here. All right, so I'll remove this one. And if that doesn't work, then I'll remove the next one with that bit in it.
Done. Done.
All right, well, it's definitely still there. So I'll remove this one. That looks pretty close. Maybe not. All right. Oh, damn it. Janet. And that thing with the oh no, definitely Okay. And hopefully this does it. Otherwise, I'm going to be annoyed. Done. I'm annoyed. Oh, it's still there. All right, I'm going to delete all three of these. I'm going to delete all three of these waves and see if the problem's still there. Done. It's not. Done. And you know what? That sounds fine. Done. I don't need those three waves. That's fine. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna speed that second one up a little as well. So the gap between here and here is 1.3 seconds. The gap between here and here is here and here is 1.5 seconds. All right, so I'm just gonna remove. If I'm going from here, I want that to be about 1 point here. I'll take out about that much. Okay. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. What's this? Okay, what happens if I get rid of all of that? Dun dun dun. That's fine. Dun dun dun. That's great. Okay. I'm gonna drop this back down to minus 12. Alright, and then unmute that. And unmute this. Alright, let's see what it sounds like.
One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun. I love it. Okay. I might bring this up a little as well. So like minus 8.
One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun. Alright. I don't really have a lot of spare time to be messing around with an extra second and a half. But one of them is Braum's ex-wife. That point really has to be acknowledged. And I mean, I'm on my own time here. I don't get paid for any of this work. So it's nice to be able to poke fun at Scott at the same time.
Zister knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun. So now one thing I would like to do is tie this track to this track. In the future, when I'm making changes to here, I'm definitely I'll be moving this because I'll be cutting bits out of the middle here to make it happen faster, so that it finishes in time. I'm definitely going to have to readjust to this track here, otherwise it won't line up properly. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Okay, no.
Braum's ex-wife. Braum's ex-wife.
Okay, I don't need this bit here, whatever this is.
Wife.
It's it's a stumble on the. It's sort of like a double F.
Wife.
I don't.
Wife.
I don't need that. So where's that coming from?
Wife.
Yeah, it's just this bit here. So I can just delete that. I think.
Wife.
That's better. That's much better. It's much cleaner. Okay. Okay. Okay, what else is in here?
Wife.
Clean. Oh, what the fuck was that?
Wife. Braum.
Okay, it's the start of Braum. Okay.
One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun.
Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair.
Alright, I love it. It's great. Okay. Dun dun dun. Sudden death. Alright.
Zister knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun.
Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair. Zister and Sophia check the other 9. One of them is Incisors' birth sister, but she doesn't know her. Midair. Zister and Sophia check the other 9. Zister and Sophia check the other 9.
There's something in there.
Zister and Sophia check the other 9.
There's definitely something in there that I don't like the sound of. But that's yeah, okay.
Zister and Sophia check the other 9.
I sure hope he does soul search.
The other 9.
Yeah, there it is.
The other 9.
Yeah, okay, it's in here somewhere.
The other. 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 The other.
Okay, this one here probably.
The other.
Alright, well this is 2.
The other.
Okay. So it's here.
The other. The other.
And then here.
The other.
Okay, so I want to get rid of this one. See my microphone stand wobbling on my desk. The microphone stand I have does specifically say it's not suitable for use with the exact microphone that I have. It says not suitable for use with Yeti, with the Yeti Blue. But it turns out that it is actually 100% doable. It is, the Yeti Blues are kind of heavy though. And that might be the concern. It certainly fits.
Zister and Sophia check the other 9.
Oh, I don't like that.
Zister and Sophia check the other 9. Zister and Sophia check the other 9.
So it doesn't go click anymore, but there's sort of a...
Zister and Sophia check the other 9. Zister and Sophia check the other 9.
Not even after 9. There's a weird bit after 9 as well.
Zister and Sophia check the other 9. Zister and Sophia check the other 9.
Ugh. I don't suppose I did a second take of this.
The freeholders celebrate.
Nope.
One of them is Incisors.
Nope, sure didn't.
Zister and Sophia check
That part's fine.
the other 9. The other 9. The other 9. The other 9.
Okay, it's alright. The cut I did is okay. I want to get rid of this thing though.
The other 9. The other 9. The other 9. The other 9.
So I want to get rid of... Point 9. I want to get rid of this one, I think. Or maybe both of them. Definitely that one. Yeah, maybe both of them. Let's have a listen.
The 9. The 9.
That's a lot better.
The 9. The 9.
Damn it. Does happen sometimes.
The 9. The 9.
Yeah, I want to get rid of that.
The 9.
Yeah, that bit's fine. It's from here to here. Ditch. That looks good.
The other 9. The other 9. The other 9. The other 9.
That's okay.
The other 9.
That breath in.
The other 9.
I do not like.
The other 9.
There's still a is it that?
The other 9. The other 9.
It's not.
The other 9.
No.
The other 9.
No.
The other 9.
The problem with the word 9 or anything that ends in n is if you remove the end of it, it really cuts out the n sound, and it just ends up being the other nine. It's real easy to do with an n or an ng on the end of a word. It is super easy to do. And while I'm really trying to get rid of the click at the end of this,
The other 9.
there's not. I don't have a lot to work with here.
The other 9. The other 9.
That seems to check out.
The other 9. One of them is the other 9. One of them.
Okay, there is definitely a click here somewhere. Okay, good.
Sister and Sophia check the other 9. One of them is.
That's okay.
Sister and Sophia check the other 9. One of them is.
There's a short breath in. That's probably going to be okay.
Sister and Sophia check the other 9. One of them is.
I can't even hear it over the music, so that is fine. Save.
One of them is incised as birth sister, but she doesn't know her.
But she doesn't know her.
One of them is incised as birth sister, but she doesn't know her.
Okay, so from here to the start of there, get rid of all of that.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends.
Absent friends is a toast that we do in my
The
gaming
freeholders
group
celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends.
now and then
Toasting absent friends.
when the people are there.
Toasting absent. Toasting ab. Toasting ab. Toasting ab.
Really like to get this part clean
Toasting ab. Toasting ab.
because it's sort of important.
Toasting. Toasting. Toasting.
So definitely this one.
Toasting absent. Toasting absent.
Better.
Toasting absent.
Aw, thank you, Soul Search.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends.
This could come up a little.
Toasting absent friends.
I'm just going to bring this up a little.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends.
Yeah, that works out.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends.
That works out nicely. Okay, that's good. If you amplify stuff too much, you can really tell that it's been amplified. But 1 or 2 decibels, 3 decibels, you generally don't have much of a problem there. And that's really as much as I'd want to anyway. Okay.
Absent friends. Absent friends. Absent friends.
Okay, so get rid of all of this.
Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family. In Sister Muses, Sophia confronts Zista over...
No, it's Incisor. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Oh no. Oh, this is terrible. Oh shit, I said the wrong word. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck.
Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family. In Sister Muses on Sophia...
In Sister. Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family. In Sister muses on Sophia's raison.
Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family. In Sister Muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
I pronounced it wrong both times. There were 2 lines with her name in it. I got both of them wrong. Alright, now I did use Incisor's name much earlier. I don't know if I can possibly cut and paste it.
Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage.
Okay. Let's see if I can...
Incisor reveals...
Let's see if I can possibly paste this together. Otherwise I gotta re-record those 2 lines.
Incisor... 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 Incisor...
Oh, I'm gonna have to record them, everybody.
Incisor...
Yeah, I'm gonna have to record it. I can't cut that out and make it sound and make it match. Oh fuck. Alright. That's really frustrating, but okay. Let me listen to the lines.
Zista wants to destroy the rocket. They take...
Oh, that's even the wrong lines. Why do I have all of this space
after
here?
her. After her.
I'm gonna delete all of this and that.
Zista wants to destroy the rocket. They take it to the newly improved balefire room.
Okay, and then that's gonna be about there.
The freeholders stand around the fire. Zista holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Zista knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun.
Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair. Zista and Sophia check the other 9.
Okay, I can ditch some space here as well. I'm already at... Yeah, I'm already well overdue, so I'm gonna have to tighten this up. Oh, I don't need to delete out the back of this, so that's... Okay, it was these 2, wasn't it?
I am not sure how to pronounce raison d'etre. It's probably close enough.
Oh, okay.
Is Kaylee still enchanted, or did she go back to her pack? What story did Talos...
Okay, that's a little too much, maybe a little bit too much space there. Let me... Okay, that's all dead air, so that's fantastic. I can leave that there.
What... What story did Talos give Zista to get him to build a replacement arm? What story did Talos give Zista to get him to build a replacement arm? What story...
Okay, so I'm not talking because I'm trying to listen.
And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? And did they track down P Diamond?
Yeah, I'm not real happy with either of those, but...
And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer?
There's definitely a click in here.
Soccer. Soccer. Soccer.
Yeah, it's close to...
Soccer. Soccer.
Ugh.
Soccer.
What I was saying before about if you're picking something up with the tail end of an S, it'd sound like there's something there, but there's not. It's exactly what I meant.
Soccer.
Ugh. And that's frustrating too. Okay. Let me... see if I can drag this back into a non...
Soccer. Soccer. Soccer.
Can still hear the end of that S there.
Soccer. 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 Soccer.
It feels like I've said the K in soccer twice. Soccer. That's what it sounds like. Soccer.
Soccer. Soccer.
Because this is definitely one here. And this is another one. Oh, that's... okay, that's the thing that doesn't belong. Okay, good.
Soccer. Soccer. Soccer.
Was that it?
Soccer.
Sounds like that was it.
Soccer. Soccer.
That was it. Excellent. Good to know. Okay.
And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer?
That's great.
And did they track down P Diamond? And how did Braum... And how did Braum... And how did Braum... And how did Braum... And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer?
I can always have 4 questions, you know. I mean, 2 of those are very important questions. I'm not sure which phrase you were talking about, Soul Search.
How did Braum go at 1v8 soccer?
Oh, raison d'etre. Yeah. I think for a non-French speaking person, then that's what I've got is fine.
How did Braum go at 1v8 soccer?
I know that John dropped the E, where the final E, which in French appears to be a thing. Even in English, it's we don't tend to pronounce E's at the end of words, although they do have an impact on how you pronounce vowels before a consonant before an E. So that's just a thing that happens. But in French, they don't tend to pronounce a lot of the end of a lot of their words, including if there's an S on the end or an N and a T. That just doesn't get pronounced. I don't know why. It just seems to be a thing that happens in French. It makes it difficult for me to understand spoken French much more than written French. But that's fine. Apparently, it's all about context clues, which I am terrible at. I am terrible at context clues. It's fine. So, I know that when I recorded it for the last session, I said raison d'etre. I know that when John said it, when John recorded my recap for me, he said raison d'etre. And I think I've come up with raison d'etre sort of somewhere in the closer to John's, but I'm still getting some E in there. Hey. How did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? If I just How did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? I could just cut the "and" out of this sentence and have a fourth question. Especially because the two questions preceding this one, the first two questions, is Kaylee still enchanted or did she go back to her pack? Where the fuck has Kaylee been? Is she still being enchanted or is she just hanging out? Or is she fucked off completely? No mention of Kaylee the last two episodes. Where the hell has she gone? What story did Talus give Zista to get him to build a replacement arm? How do you lead with that? If that mark's been on his arm the entire time because he's a Dauphine, then did he cut it off and have like a dodgy prosthetic arm before he met Zista and then they fell in love and then Zista built him a new arm, like a better replacement arm? But yeah, I'd really love to know the background of that story. And then I really do want to fit in Braum and 1v8 soccer. How did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? And did they track down P Diamond? I think all four of these questions do need to get asked, which means I'm going to have to. It's going to be long. It's already pretty long. But here's the end of the music. And we're out here, which is it's fine. This is why I have multiple music tracks and they're different lengths. So instead of using this music track, I can use import audio. ReCapt theme extended. I hope it's the extended one that I fixed. All right, and then align it to the start of where the cursor selection is, and then bring it up here, and then mute it, and actually drop the gain. All right, so now I've got here, now I've got to here to work to. I've got an extra 4 bars, basically. I've got an extra 9.5 seconds. So I've got more time to play around with dun 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 and a 4th question and stuff like that. Can I cut the and out of did they track down P Diamond?
Did they track down P Diamond? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer?
I think did they track down P Diamond and how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? That's how I wrote them in my notes, and then when I was doing the recording, I switched them around. I think I'd like to put them the other way around, and I think I'd like to have did they track down P Diamond as question number 3, and how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer as question number 4. It's my format. I'm allowed break my format. That part's that I'm okay with that part. The dun 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 feels a bit. I don't know. It just feels a bit.
He tosses the spent rocket to
missing.
Zister knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun.
Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair.
It just feels a bit. But so, and it's a lot easier for me to remove the and from in front of the did than in front of the how, because and did it's that consonant space consonant. I need to, and it's a d. It's a hard consonant or a soft consonant like a L. I need to stop between and did and did. I can run and into how, and I did. I did run and into how, but there's a definite gap in between and did. So it's right here. This is and I didn't even say and. I said and did. And we will do that. Australians will do that a lot. And did. And did. We mean and did, but we're not saying that D twice. It is too uncomfortable for us. We will say and did. And the D is implied. Because we don't have time for that.
And
so I can remove this and I can push this up. Okay.
Did they track down P Diamond?
Okay, so I'm going to cut this and I'm going to paste it here. How much time is that there? Good, that's over a second. Okay, and cut all of this shit.
Find out on Changeling.
See that blurt at the end of it? That's why I re-recorded it.
Find out on Changeling.
I don't like that one either.
Find out on Changeling.
That seems a bit laissez-faire.
Find out on Changeling.
Like I don't really care if you find out or not.
Find out on Changeling.
I might just remove the thing.
Find out on Changeling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove the blip in it. Well, that appears to be fixed.
Find out on Changeling.
That was the easiest cut ever. All right, which of these 3 nows am I using cell search?
Find out on Changeling. Now.
Oh, the first one and the third one were nearly identical.
Now.
I'm okay with that first one.
Find out on Changeling. Now. Find out on Changeling. Now. Find out on Changeling. Now.
I could be sold on the second one. I don't like the third one.
Find out on Changeling now. Find out on...
Oops.
Find out on Changeling now.
Yeah, I think the first one though.
Find out on Changeling now.
Yeah, alright, I'm going to stick with the first one. Okay. Delete. Delete. Delete.
Find out on Changeling
Delete.
now.
Okay, so
What story did Talus give Zista to get him to build a replacement arm? Did they track down P Diamond? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? Find out on Changeling now.
alright, I need to re-record the 2 lines about Sophia confronting Incisor over her birth family and Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Okay, so mute all of the things, all of them, and then is it these 2 here? I'm gonna unmute now.
Sophia confronts Zista.
Okay, and mute, and have I moved the microphone? Have I moved myself? Yes, I have. Okay. Moving myself and moving the microphone and moving all of the things around is the number 1 thing why my takes sound different to each other. Like my tone of voice and everything like that. That's a lot of the time, sometimes I can't go back and do a pickup and make it sound the same, and then I end up having to re-record the entire thing. It has happened for recaps more than once, and for other auditions that I've done. I can't do a pickup. I have to redo the whole thing. So I'm just going to listen to this and try and...
Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family.
Sophia
Insista muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family.
Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family.
Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Oh, except it... That was probably great, except it only recorded that much of it. About which I am really sad. Okay. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. No, it's playing instead of recording. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison... Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. I can't pronounce raison d'etre, and I'm hoping that it's okay. Oh yeah, it's funny how different people say the same things differently. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. It's not is it raison d'etre? I don't think it's raison d'etre. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison... Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. 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 Might be tricky. All right. Okay, so this is pickup number 1. I need to copy this and add a new track. And then I need to reapply the noise reduction to this. And then mute that. I can delete that, I guess. Okay. Where are we? Here. It's slower. Solo this.
Sophia confronts Zista over her birth family.
Now, listen to the octave.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
That's fine. That's good. That's a pretty good match. Okay. Yeah, Soul Search, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Alright, so I want...
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family.
I'm saying family very slowly here.
Family.
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 That's better.
Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Alright, let's have a listen.
Raison d'être. Raison d'être.
How did I say it?
Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre.
D'être.
Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre.
Yeah, that's probably close enough. I mean, I'm trying. I'm very trying. But yeah, no, that's probably probably fine. All right, so I think I'm going to take this second take here.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
No, stop that. Except I'm going to bridge the fuck out of this. 0.39. That's probably still a little slow.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Okay, and I'm just going to speed that up a little.
Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Maybe not quite that much.
Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre.
I said it exactly the same both times there.
Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre.
The sounds like a bird, regardless of how many times I say it.
Incisor muses on Sophia's raison. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Incisor muses. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
I do like that better.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Okay, I'm going to... I don't like how much like a bird... Benji fell asleep. I don't like how much like a bird tweet this sounds. They all four of them sound like a bird tweeting. What does this one sound like?
Raison d'être.
See, that's what I wanted to say. Raison d'être. But even then, I heard it tweeting. Raison d'être.
Raison d'être.
So, what I really need is this part here. Okay, so I just need this part. Okay. And then, what I can do is, okay, get rid of this. This is why I have make a second copy of the track and apply the noise reduction to it, and then edit that one. I still have everything in this track here. All of the recording I did, the raw material I have is still there. All right, let me get rid of the regular length recap theme, otherwise I'm going to confuse myself. Okay, and then I'm going to want this, and then I'm going to zoom in here and I'm going to paste there. Okay, let's see what this sounds like.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'être.
That's what I want to hear.
D'être. D'être. Sophia's raison d'être.
Okay, I need to undo that paste because
Sophia's raison d'être.
let me paste it here and just make sure I haven't brought anything with me. Oh wow, have I brought something with me? Listen to this. There's that funk. Okay, so I should be able to get rid of that then. Better. Okay, so delete that.
Sophia's raison d'être. Sophia's raison d'être.
And maybe just a little bit out of there.
Raison d'être. Raison d'être. Raison d'être.
Okay, that's probably fine. I think that for me that will do. Okay. This is what I was talking about before about the start and end of tracks. This is the start of this pickup track here. This is the start of this pickup track here. So, but what I want it to do is line up with this one. It doesn't really need to line up with it. Yeah, there we go. It's lined up with it. What do you know? Okay, so I can copy this bit and just, paste it straight over the top of there. Just like that. And then mute that. And then I can push that back down here because, well, I don't need it anymore. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'être.
There's still a little thunk there at the end that I'd like to maybe I can just get rid of that bit.
Sophia's raison d'être. Sophia's raison d'être.
Yeah, that's probably fine. The music will be playing at this point as well.
Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'être.
Okay, now how much do I need to rein things in? It's got to go from, this is the end of the music here, to about here. So I've got to cut out, I only need to cut out 3 seconds. Okay, so let's, no, there we go. Okay, so 3 seconds. I'm very nearly finished Soul Search, but if you need to completely pass out, I will not feel bad. Okay, look at this massive gap here. That's 2.5 seconds.
Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories.
Okay, there is so much time here that I can get rid of. There's, okay, that and that. That's nearly 2 seconds. Just like that. Okay.
Last time on Changeling. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells them of her capture by a male of about human height. Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped capture by a male of about human height.
Alright, this gap here needs to be a little smaller because it's not a break or anything like that. So let's have a look. That's, yeah, that's too much. I want it to be about half a second. Okay, so that and that, get rid of that.
Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells him of her capture by a male of about human height. Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage. Braum reunites Little One with Scythe, who thanks them for looking after her. Zista wants to destroy the rocket. They take it to the newly improved balefire room. The freeholders stand around the fire. Zista holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Zista knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun.
Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair. Zista and Sophia check the other 9. One of them is Incisor's birth sister, but she doesn't know her.
I can hear the sudden stop at the end of the word 9, but I'm going to continue because I cannot fix that.
Zista and Sophia check the other 9. One of them is Incisor's birth sister, but she doesn't know her. The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family.
Okay, there's a little bit more that I can remove here. This gap is too big as well. That's point. I really won't want that to be. Doesn't need to be. I don't need to remove the second half because there's nothing after this. The dun dun dun. What's this?
Doesn't know her. The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
This is a really long gap here as well. Okay, so I want that to be, how long is that? 1.5 seconds. Maybe 750. So remove that. Okay, and then this is 970. I mean, I don't mind giving them a little bit of time to react to the questions. Not too much time. If you know what I mean. The pacing is important. Now we're getting to the part where there's not enough time.
Find out on Changeling now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, now I need more time in here.
Find out on Changeling now.
There we go, right at the end of the music. All right, good. Okay, so all right, let's listen to the whole thing with the music. I do appreciate you, Soul Surge. Okay, let's listen to the whole thing with the music. Here we go. 3, 2.
Last time on Changeling. We're in the morgue at Abford Farmer. They've shrunk Scythe down and promised not to hurt Cassandra. The phones come back on. Kyoko tells them to skedaddle and they head for the roof. Claude meets them at back as they float down 3 stories. Heading back to the Spark, Scythe tells them of her capture by a male of about human height. Once regrown, she offers Patches a loose scale. Sophia brings Zista to Scythe. Incisor reveals Kyoko wiped Abford's security footage. Braum reunites Little One with Scythe, who thanks them for looking after her. Zista wants to destroy the rocket. They take it to the newly improved balefire room. The freeholders stand around the fire. Zista holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. The freeholders stand around the fire.
Can I fit? I think I can.
Fire. Zista.
Paste. Now that's too much time, probably.
The freeholders stand around the fire. Zista holds up the...
Okay. So that's 280. So I want to remove about that much. Just tenth of a second.
The freeholders stand around the fire. Zista holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof...
Oh, wait, hang on. I did not adjust both of them. Oh, fuck. Okay. Right. Still in the same section. Oh no. That is absolutely not the thing that I wanted to do. Redo. Yeah. Fuck. Alright. 163. Okay, so I'm pasting that. And then I'm removing 163. That's 280. Okay. So... $280, and then remove 163.
The freeholders stand around the fire. Zista holds up the rocket, which glows briefly, then goes dark. He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Zista knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun.
Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair.
Yeah, I still
Zista
like
and
it.
Sophia check the other 9. One of them is Incisor's birth sister, but she doesn't know her. The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
I can hear a
Is Caitlin
slight
still
difference.
enchanted, or did she go back to her pack? What story did Talus give Zista to get him to build a replacement arm? Did they track down P. Diamond? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? Find out on Changeling now.
I can hear a difference between this
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends.
and this.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is save the project, and then I'm going to select this, and there's an effect that Audacity has which lets you change the pitch. I am going to change the pitch up a little bit. So I'm going to move it from a B flat to a B. We'll see how that sounds. It does make it a little bit shorter as well, but we'll see how that goes.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over...
No, too much. Okay. Way too much. Okay. So I'm going to redo it though, but I'm going to change the pitch. Instead of a full semitone, I'm going to make it half a semitone.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth.
Okay, still too much. Okay, I'm going to make it 0.2 of a semitone. Okay. It's fine, Amber. You've got a good 20 minutes left.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Now it loses a bit of its body as well as the pitch. Yeah, this is my own original work. I just wanted some. I just needed some music that slowly built layer over layer until it got to the end, and then there was like a bum 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 thing at the end, which is like, you know, trumpets and stuff like that. It's like, yay, we're after the thing and stuff like that. So I don't. There might have been some subconscious moments and stuff like that, but I just wanted like the different instruments that I picked for it were sort of very specific after I figured them out. And things like that. But yeah, I was real. I mean, it took me a week to get it down. I was very, very happy with it though. Okay, where was I up to?
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre.
Okay, so what I might do is undo the change and then redo the change, and then I might also just amplify it just a little bit.
Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family.
Okay, and I might amplify it a bit more than that. That was 0.2. I might do it by 0.5. Okay.
The freeholders celebrate with cake and drinks, toasting absent friends. Sophia confronts Incisor over her birth family. Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Is Kaylee still enchanted, or...
Alright, I want more time here before is Kaylee still enchanted. This is only 0.7. So I want... So that's 1 point... That's more than 1. That's about 970. So I want...
Go back to her pack.
So from pack to here is... Yeah, I want that to be... Let's say 970. So I want this bit. 0.7. Alright. So I can take the 0.7 out of here. That's cool. I'm going to cut that and paste it into here. This is still only 840, so I'm going to paste it into here as well. And 933. One more time. All right, now it's maybe that was too much. Undo that last one. Okay, yeah, that's close enough. Okay.
Incisor muses on Sophia's raison d'etre. Is Kaylee still enchanted, or did she go back to her pack? What story did Talus give Zister to get him to build a replacement arm? Did they track down P Diamond? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? Find out on Changeling now. And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer?
Alright, I thought I heard a thing in there, but it might have just been a...
Did they track down P Diamond? And how did Braum go at 1v8 soccer? Find out on Changeling now.
W is right next to E. That happens. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it, everybody. I am happy. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Okay, that's what I want. Save the project. Okay. The dun dun dun. It feels a little flat. So what I might do is dun dun dun. I might add some reverb. Dun dun dun. Because I can. I need to extend the selection a little, just so there's room for the reverb. Oh no, that's I picked the wrong thing. I picked repair instead of reverb. Dun dun dun. Oh, it still cuts out. I don't want it to cut out. Do I still have the dun 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 section, or did I delete it already? I didn't do a copy. I just okay. That's fine. Okay. I don't need this anymore. I've pasted that into the actual thing. I can get rid of that. What I need here is done.
Braum calls.
So now, what happens if I add reverb? Dun dun dun. That's what I want. Okay. So, is it too much reverb? I don't know. I can make it 50% reverb. Dun dun dun. That adds a lot more body to it. I could kick that down to 30% reverb. Dun dun dun. Yeah, I think I like it at 50. Dun dun dun. Yeah, that's great. I love it. Okay. Let's do it. Cancel. Copy. New track. Paste. Now do the reverb. Dun dun dun. Reverb. Okay. Now we move this up here. Okay, and this is the dun dun dun, so mute this one. Okay, what was it at? It was at -5. Put the gain down to -5 because I don't want to make it too out of the way. Okay. Alright.
He tosses the spent rocket to Sophia, but she wants proof that the volunteers who are powering it have been restored. Zister knows all 10 of them. One is Braum's ex-wife.
Dun dun dun.
Braum calls Claire to confirm, then destroys the rocket, stabbing it in midair. Zister and Sophia...
I love it! Alright, I love that so much. Okay. I am so happy. Alright, I move that out of the way. I am tempted to keep this dun 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 as a separate file. Alright, and okay, that and that and da 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 da. Okay, where is the? There it is. Okay, why are these up here and not down? Okay, you know what? That's fine. All right, save. Okay, wait, hang on. Metadata. Load the recap template. It's recap number 28. It's track number 28. It's based on episode number 28. I'm still the composer. Okay. Save other and then export selected audio as this, and then the metadata thing comes up again. Very nearly finished Soul Search. Been an absolute champ. Alright, and then I need to go to the thing, and then I need to refix the metadata, because for some reason it doesn't actually, it doesn't have the subtitle. It doesn't do tags, so I need to tag ChangelingTS and ReCapt. It doesn't export contributing artists or the year. Producer is me with a V in my name because that's how my name is spelled. Media created is right now. Promotion URL www.rpglink.com. Composer is me again. Initial key C minor, beats per minute 100. Done. Dunsky. Okay. And that's it. So I can delete the noise track and the master track and the pickup track because I don't need those anymore, and saving them just adds a lot of space and more chance for confusion. I'm going to keep the dun 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 because honestly I love it so much, and I'm going to save the project and then close Audacity. And what else am I going to do? I'm going to save my notes and close that, and I'm going to change not what I wanted to do. That's super annoying. That's fine though, I suppose. I'll just go straight back to here. Soul Search, thank you for the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I need to email this to not my grandma. Sorry, I was channeling Dale Kingsmill very briefly. I need to send this into up to John and the Changeling gang, which I won't do while the stream is running because that will kill the fuck out of my frames. Okay, I need to unhide the desktop audio again. Okay, good. Wunderbar. Okay, Soul Search, thank you so very much for being here. Yes, I will be. There will no stream tomorrow from me. I am running D&D or D&DAF, Dungeons and Dave, for some friends of mine on Roll20. If you've been enjoying this stream as much as Amber has, or even a little bit less, you can like and subscribe on YouTube, or you can, or why not both, follow me at CaptDaf on Twitch and Twitter to get notifications of when my streams go live. The next one, not tomorrow. I'm running D&D for my friends tomorrow on my very own Sunday morning. There might be some Overwatch League sounds going on in the background. Just ignore those. They don't have anything to do with what's going on in the game. Thank you, Soul Search. I really, really do. I mean, this has been 6 hours. I'm glad I cut this stream in half and had a break in the middle. But yeah, it was 3 hours, and now it's 2 hours 40, and it was 3 and a bit. So yeah, it's been about 6 hours total for today. So it's been a day. I've got a birthday party I'm meant to go to tonight as well, which is probably going to happen still. I feel like I need a bit of a nap, but I probably shouldn't have a nap. No, that's not a tie-in. That's just me farming Overwatch tokens in the background, because I missed out on 22 Overwatch League tokens last week when I was dutifully watching Overwatch League, and for some random fucking reason that had nothing to do with me, I wasn't being granted any tokens. And Blizzard fixed it on Saturday. My Saturday. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, she could be. That could be a thing. Maybe maybe the Dove's Calling is a sports bar and they're watching Overwatch League. Maybe. You don't know. You haven't looked. You haven't asked. You don't even know what the bartender's name is. You haven't asked. Nobody's even asked what his name is. Just been there, faithfully serving you drinks this whole time. It's fine. You don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's tomorrow. My next stream will be on Monday morning for me, Sunday. Wow, sorry, microphone. Sunday afternoon for a lot of people in North America. After John's Changeling the streaming stream on I know, Soul Search, not one person has asked. They don't know what the bartender's name is. They don't know the name of the guy in the armory shop or in the stable or in the book emporium. Nobody's asked. It's fine. I've got them all written down. You'll find out when you ask. Fine. Everything's fine. I love it. Anyway, coming up tomorrow, I think Liz is not available tomorrow for crimes, #crimes, but I think Kate might be doing something instead. I will host and do the auto hosting thing because I will be fucking asleep, let me tell you what. Soul Search, don't feel terrible, they're only NPCs. But yes, so that will happen. Just pay attention and things will happen. Then Changeling is on Sunday night for North America, Monday morning for me, and my next Divinity stream will be after Changeling. I'm going to remember to send the recap that I've lovingly, painstakingly crafted off to John. And no, just play it out naturally. Just don't force it. You'll ruin it. Don't force it. Just naturally, when you meet people, maybe Alanara wouldn't do that. Maybe your character wouldn't do that. Maybe that's not something that your character would do. Maybe your character doesn't care who they are. She's a bratty teenager. Maybe she doesn't care. You don't know. You have no idea. But maybe you'll find out this week. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Alanara probably wouldn't. She probably doesn't care. And that's fine for Alanara. And if Alanara asked, I would be suspicious. Because Alanara probably wouldn't care. Would not care in the least. Anyway, I really need to close this out because I'm starting to laugh a bit much. Soul Search, thank you so much for being here. You've been amazing. You've been awesome. Some other people were here. Thank you for being here as well. It was good to see. It was good to see Wink from GWJ. There's a link to the Gamers with Jobs podcast under my channel on the Twitch page. If you like games at all, once a week there is a podcast that talks about games for roughly 2 hours. And that's something that you can listen to for free on your favorite podcast app or iTunes. I'm inferring that iTunes should not be your favorite podcast app. Now I'm flat out telling you, iTunes should not be your favorite podcast app. There are better podcast apps than iTunes. Go find one of those to use instead of iTunes. And then subscribe to Gamers with Jobs and listen to their podcast. They've also got an RPG podcast. At the moment, they're in the middle of their third story. They had 2 absolutely awesome stories that are full and complete, and you can binge listen to all of them. They're in the middle of a third equally excellent adventure that you can listen to most of, but they're not quite finished yet. So when you catch up, by the time you catch up, maybe it will be finished. But when you catch up, you're going to have to wait another 2 weeks for the next episode, just like I have to. I know, Soul Search. I know. All right, that's it. I'm cutting myself off. Thank you for being here. Shall I subscribe? Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Come back on Monday or Sunday, depending on which day it is for you. Changeling the streaming on John's channel, and then Divinity Original Sin on my channel. Where I'm up to in Divinity Original Sin, I can't remember. I was sure I was going to take some notes and do some research, and I haven't got a fucking clue. It's fine. Okay. Good night, Soul Search. Good night, everybody else. Until I see you again next time, drive fast and take chances. Bye. Bye.